my gosh. So, okay, I'm very excited for you personally because I remember the first time we Zoomed, you were actually at your house in Hawaii, I think.
Right, yeah.
And I was like, why do I not live where you live? And then also there was art in the background. We had this whole conversation about how you love painting, and I had no idea about this background of yours. And now this is your first, like, ever, right? Like, solo, like, art exhibition.
This is it.
You're so crazy good, man.
May 13th, thank you, Kelly.
Yeah.
Yes, one tries to be, at least. To
It's
be an
incredible.
unexpected surprise. Oh,
So Many Dreams, I know that's the name of it, right?
That's right, yeah.
That is one of my favorites. I love the storytelling behind it too, because I watched this whole video about you describing like
That's right.
where your roots and like, you know, and why you paint and the stories behind them. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, I just, you know, I've been an enthusiastic painter all my life, as a friend of mine says, and this is my first exhibition. I've had this body of work. It's a retrospective.
Yeah.
Starting in 1987, really. And I dropped into LA in 1982. I came here, I got a job, I got lucky, Remington Steele.
Yeah.
And I stayed, and you know, I could afford paints and brushes, even though I'd never painted, but I loved drawing. I bought all this art supplies, and they all went into a cupboard.
I heard you say this in your video, and I was like, that's so everyone though, right? It's like you work hard to make the money to be able to afford the things you love and you want to do, but then you don't have the time because you're working so hard.
Exactly.
To do, yeah, that stinks because it goes in the closet. How long was it in the closet until you pulled it back out?
It was there until '87, and my wife Cassie, God bless her, she got sick with ovarian cancer, and then one dark night with just this kind of head and a heart full of pain and fear, I just got all these paints out and I started painting. And those paintings start the show, and there's some kind of articulation, I think, and some progression of the work.
Yeah.
And they've all been in storage, and I thought I have to let them go. I mean, if not now, when? Otherwise, they're just going to sit there.
It's such a cool way to share with everybody, to
Right.
connect with everybody, because
Yeah.
I forgot that I used to draw. I just forgot. And then
Yes.
I literally found myself doing something that I had to kind of pay attention to, and I was having a hard time. And then all of a sudden I've doodled this whole thing by the end of this thing. And I was like, oh, I forgot I even drew, but I was doing it as like almost a therapeutic way.
Yes.
Do you do it a lot for that?
It is definitely therapy for me.
Yeah.
It kind of...
Because I heard your wife gardens.
My darling Keely, she gardens, yes. I mean,
And you paint. I love this therapy, yeah.
So, and we have this little homestead out there in Kauai, so that's the heartbeat of our life, really. I think we live in a time which has been very, the thump of anxiety in our lives these days is constant, and I follow a lot of artists on Instagram, and so many people now, whether they're weaving or they're lino cutting or painting, you know, it's necessary to have art in your life, I think.
100%. I would not have made it the last 3 years without being able to write music. Like that's
Right.
my outlet, right?
Yeah,
And I actually heard that you wanted to do album covers. It was like a big thing for you whenever you started.
Well, yes. I mean, I left school at 16 with nothing but a cardboard folder of drawings and paintings. That was my qualification. I got a job in Putney, South London, and it was 69, so the music, the world of Carlos Santana, those great albums, covers, and that was my dream, to make album covers.
Yeah.
It didn't happen, but my son, who's a musician, he asked me to do his album cover, so.
I know, I was gonna bring that up, how full circle, and also
Yeah,
such a
that's it.
beautiful thing for you to do with your kid.
Yeah, thank you.
Like I have kids, and I can only imagine like my kid would ask me to be a part of something, you know? Because sometimes we're
right.
not cool.
Sometimes we're not cool,
Yeah.
yeah. It takes a long time to be cool and then uncool at the same time.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that's...
What a great time for that happened.
It is. So a lot of these paintings come from a certain kind of therapeutic anxiety, nourishment of the soul, and I love it. And it's
important,
that's where you begin with. You love the song, the poem that you've written. It starts in your heart. The painting that you make, and then you give it away.
Absolutely.